I think Shakespeare in the Park is so popular all over the world because the summertime is a festive time. And Shakespeare's plays, especially his comedies, are festive. His comedies bring us out into the green world where people are renewed. Here in Rome, in the Villa Borghese, there's a reproduction of the Globe Theatre, and Shakespeare is performed in Italian translation. The reason that almost 400 years after Shakespeare's death, students from all over read him, some in translation, is the beauty of his language, the brilliance of his plots, but maybe more than anything, that he gives us the best picture of who we are, that Shakespeare gives us the fullest image of our own humanity. Catholics may have an especial reason to be interested in Shakespeare. At the least, there seems to be an understanding of human nature in Shakespeare that lines up well with the Catholic understanding. Shakespeare doesn't, and Shakespeare can't make allusions to the religious conflicts that are ripping apart Europe and especially his England in the 16th and 17th centuries. I think he does make veiled allusions to the Reformation constantly. And I think he's critical of the reformers. I think he's critical of Luther and Calvin as giving an overly negative anthropology. And in particular, I think he does so by having characters speak of other characters as spotted, which is a metaphor that the Protestant reformers use to speak of the permanence of human sinfulness. A human sinfulness is not washed clean through baptism. And what happens is these characters who make the accusation that other characters are spotted, they keep being shown up as wrong. So Leonardo in Much Ado About Nothing, Leontes in The Winter's Tale, Othello in Othello. The characters who speak in a Protestant idiom in Shakespeare keep being shown to be wrong. I first became interested in this question of Shakespeare and Reformation religious arguments when I was reading The Winter's Tale. And what happens there is this king who goes mad, and he wrongly accuses his wife of unchastity. The wife, Hermione, talks about a good deed that she had done. And she speaks of the good deed in relation to grace. And throughout that play, good deeds are spoken of in relation to grace. And in that scene, she says, "Oh, that my good deed had an elder sister. Would her name were Grace." That is, good deeds and grace are related if they're sisters. This seems to be very Catholic language. I think there are elements of a medieval sensibility still in Shakespeare, but he's a decidedly modern figure, especially in his understanding of the self, that is still grounded in an optimism about human nature and yet an honesty about human nature, human fallenness, that's decidedly Catholic.